Welcome back to the Quinten Hyde podcast. Today, Jasperless and I are going to be talking about the people that irritate us the most. This is something Jasper's been wanting to do for weeks because he wants to start off with one of his least favorite kind of people.
Amateur cyclists.
Amateur cyclists.
Where do we start?
Yeah, I think we should start with the fact that they ignore every road rule all the time. Just kind of hit kids. I've seen them hit kids.
I think I should specify.
Not like punch them, by the way, just like with their bikes. Just, I feel like, damn, yeah, we're 30 seconds in and we've already thrown some great words out there. Okay.
Anyway, when we talk about amateur cyclists, we don't mean just like people on bikes. We mean like the like tight suited out, got like a racing bike and like a helmet.
And one of those really cool glasses that like goes back all the way to their ears.
Except instead of, like cycling through the mountains or something, they'll cycle through like tourist streets.
No, well, okay,
stuff.
fair enough. Though I gotta say, cycling through, I need to make sure that everyone knows just how much I hate riding bikes in general. I think they are the lamest way of transporting of all time. Because I feel like the amount of energy you put in there doesn't really correlate to the amount you get out of it. Because you're not that much faster than like walking at a decent pace.
You are though.
Yeah, but you feel like ass when you arrive. Whenever I walk anywhere, I don't feel terrible.
Well, not if you have like really hot legs like me, you know.
Okay. But I don't know. Yeah, I think it's mostly the tourist trade because they also don't have a bell because they want to be aerodynamic, so you can't hear them coming. So just kind of.
No, but sometimes you'll hear them and it'll be like, "Whoa!"
I've never had that happen actually.
Oh, it's so annoying because they're like, "Yeah, we don't have a bell because fuck safety, I guess."
Aerodynamics.
We'll just yell instead.
I'm pretty sure they also don't have lights, which is also super illegal.
Yeah, why don't we arrest them?
Aren't
like
you required in the Netherlands to have a bell on your bike? I think that's like legally required. Yeah, I'm seeing
a legal team.
A legal team. Someone off screen is shaking yes.
So yeah, hashtag arrest all
cyclists.
But we've encountered a lot.
Many of them. I remember when we did the pool noodle video, when we challenged the king to a pool noodle fight.
Wait, set the scene, right? It's King's Day.
King's Day.
Big day in this
The whole country kind of gathers in one location. The royal family is there. Crazy amount of security.
So many
Us two with a few pool noodles and a sign.
Yeah.
And then a dude just kind of like rides his amateur cyclist bike through the crowd.
There's some people out there who are like, what am I gonna do on this one day out of 365 where it's like immensely crowded, there's so much security, you can barely walk there. You know what? I think I'll go for like an amateur cycle. Like,
yeah, but also just through the city center, because I'm pretty sure he was on the square.
Yeah, he was.
Like he wasn't even on the path, he was just on the square itself.
But he looked so annoyed, like how dare these other people be here?
I think it's partially the entitlement of the amateur cycle. I used to have a teacher, my English teacher. He was actually really nice, but he was an amateur cyclist. And at some point, I think he had to like brake real quick or something, but he didn't have anything else. And then he like flew off of his bike and shattered his collarbones.
God.
And his hip. No, wait, his hip. Ugh. And then he was just kind of gone for a long time.
It's funny you say that because one of my PE teachers was also an amateur cyclist, and
really?
Every once in a while we'd see him cycling past. But the thing is, these amateur cyclist suits are so tight.
Skin tight.
You could just see the outline of his package, and that's just not something you want to see as like a 13-year-old if you're like 50-year-old teacher.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Wasn't great.
You have more people on your list, though, of people that you find utterly irritating.
So many.
Most of these today are just going to be Jasper hating on things and me saying whether or not I agree.
This is the best episode yet.
All right.
Okay, where do we go next? I think beatboxers.
I don't get that because beatboxing is kind of cool.
It's just repurposed mouth sounds.
Oh, you want to see me beatbox real quick?
No, I'll beat you up.
Our legal team says yes.
Okay, fine. This is where everyone's
gone now. The cringe factor is so high. Everyone's gone.
First of all, it is immensely cringe. When you see like, oh, guys, I'm a beatboxer, and then they
Boots and cats and boots and cats.
I hate them. And and it just doesn't sound good. Like, unless you're like the top 0.001.
Pentatonics. What do you think of Pentatonics? Pentatonics rules.
No.
They have the one Christmas song that I actually can stomach.
Yeah, 2012 called they want their music back. Yeah, no.
I was 15 in 2012, actually.
Yeah, I wasn't. It's just like I don't know, go to royaltyfreemusic.com and choose any beat, and it will be better than whatever a beatbox.
When I was studying, there was a guy in my class. He was very nice. His name was Lars, and he ended up being a beatboxer. And I'm pretty sure he became pretty successful.
Good for him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he still makes music, beatboxing.
I mean, I'm happy for him.
No, I thought it was pretty cool.
I'm also happy I've never had to hear that.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever heard him too. He just kind of posts his stuff, and I don't think I ever actually listened. However, no, that's just because I will never listen to anything anyone recommends to me most of the time. Because I'm like, you're probably wrong. I think you're like this. Nah, probably not. Probably not. I listen to some things that you put on. We have a shared playlist, and sometimes you put on some interesting stuff on there, and I'm like, you know what? I do like that one. But if someone's like sends me a song, there's a very, very, very small chance I'll listen to it. Because it's like 3 minutes of my life that I might not enjoy. And time is the most valuable asset we have as humankind. I'm sorry, we just ate.
If like someone on a dating app recommends you a song, you should write out that entire speech. You'd be like, I'm not going to listen to this because that was 3 minutes of my life I won't get back, and time is the most valuable thing.
I feel like whenever I say
invest in Tesla.
Tesla stock is actually doing really well.
I don't care.
Tesla stock is not a crazy
My guy, just because you're wearing a turtleneck.
The turtleneck is cool! And also, there's a van parked in front of the window now that's blocking like all of our light.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's nice.
It's awesome.
Thank God this is a podcast.
No, so whenever I say I'd never do something, it is silently implied. If I am single and like an attractive woman requests me to do a certain thing,
it is implied that you are a simp.
I am. I mean, we had that clothing line for a brief moment. Simp apparel, simp clothing.
Simp Unlimited.
Simp Unlimited. That was it.
I think the website is still up.
Right, we had a spring
like
site, right? Yeah, it's called Spring now. I've told you that like 3 times, and I feel like you should. Yeah.
Sorry,
you can't.
How's the stock doing of Spring?
That's a good question. I actually don't know. I don't think they're publicly traded.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but oh yeah.
It means you can.
I don't care.
Okay.
Okay, what else do we hate?
I mean, I know your little list. You have magicians still.
Yeah, let's go with magicians.
Okay.
For a
all
sec.
right.
It's really cool if you're like 7 and you get like a box with like little tricks you can show your family over Christmas. If you're a grown man...
No, you're wrong, but go on. Go on.
Get a life?
No. Magicians are awesome. Magicians are cool. I love magic shows. And I am wearing a turtleneck.
Okay, it's like...
Is that a hearse?
What?
Sorry, I feel like a hearse just passed.
Oh, that's cool. No, anyway.
That's interesting, because I just talked about a hearse a few days ago. Which is, I don't know, because I don't often, it's just kind of like one of the, just continue on about the...
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
So, I think, role-playing stuff, it's cool.
I'm sorry, role-playing?
I'm getting somewhere.
Okay, all right.
Role-playing stuff is cool. Like, in your own time, do what you want, fucking put on a suit, pretend you're like a big boy, whatever. I don't care.
I am a big boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. If you go to a convention or something where everyone, I don't know, likes to roleplay as their favorite Call of Duty character, I don't know if people do this.
Yeah, Comic-Con.
Yeah, go for it, man. It's fine, because it's in an enclosed space.
Yeah, okay.
Magicians are role-playing wizards and forcing it upon people in the goddamn streets.
No, they get paid to do it. People like magicians, Jesper. I like magicians. One of my most famous, but also nicest TikTok mutuals is a magician. I'm
happy for him.
Yeah, he's lovely. He's genuinely so nice.
No, I'm sure they're kind people. I just think they suck ass.
No, but like, you know what? We should go to a magic show together.
Why?
Fun.
No.
Fun.
There's so many more fun things to do.
Name literally 3 things more fun than going to a magic show.
Making a YouTube video.
Fair enough, but that's unfair because that's the only thing I enjoy doing ever.
Making a podcast?
Yeah, I'm actually... That's just kind of the same thing twice, though.
Having a capsule on.
That's just eating. No, I'm not counting at least 2 of these. The YouTube one I'll count. The other 2 are just. I feel
they're not things you do.
Making a podcast is the same as making a YouTube video. It's just that I also upload the audio to a different website.
Yes, it's different.
No.
You said it yourself.
No.
Yeah.
And eating a capsulon is just it's just eating.
Going to Wiener to get a Manhattan.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, okay. Just for context, if you've never ever heard of us, but for some reason you are watching or listening to this, Wiener is a place in Germany, and it sells, there's the best rated pizza place in like a few 100-mile radius is there. Sorry, I just ate. And they sell a pizza, their signature pizza. It's called the Manhattan. And it's so good that every few months we travel to Germany just for that pizza, and we're kind of like friends with the owners now. Yes. And they're awesome. And whenever we're there, they're just super nice always. And
they're the opposite of all the people I'm mentioning right now. Like,
yeah, they're awesome.
They are the certified goats.
It's probably the greatest pizza you'll ever have in your life. So if you ever find yourself in Wiener, Germany, go to Alam's Pizzeria.
And get the Manhattan. Incredible. Next on the list.
It's your list. Like, realistically, I do. I just feel like I'd have a few good ones, but
throw one in.
Throw one in? I'm just gonna...
Yeah, just...
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of hardcore soccer fans.
Same.
Normal soccer fans, no issue. The soccer fans that are gonna beat up the neighborhood if their favorite team loses, losers. As a kid, I lived 100 meters away from a stadium, actually. And every Sunday, I wasn't allowed to play outside because there was a big possibility that they were gonna beat up me, the 6-year-old kid, if their soccer team lost.
That is really cool. I think they're very respectable.
And I remember one time, Jesper and I, we filmed something and we went back on a train. It's actually happened multiple times now that I think about it.
Yeah, a couple of times.
And they were smoking on the train and drinking on the train. I mean, I guess drinking is allowed. Is that allowed?
No.
Oh,
no, it's not.
Well, at least it doesn't bother me as much because you're not smoking in my face. And I'm pretty sure at some point we arrived somewhere and they started beating up the train, like just on the outside, you gotta admit, you know those scenes in like zombie movies where they're like holding the door shut, but the zombies are like, Ugh! It was like that. They were just like at the door being like, Ugh! Making like vowel sounds.
Yeah, but they never really say things, so you just kind of go, rah!
It's like throat sounds.
Yeah.
But like not cool.
No.
And then we kind of had to like push ourselves through all of them and always be scared to, be beat up for no reason. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I like those very much. The hardcore ones. The normal ones are fine. Like, it's not my sport, but the hardcore ones,
I want to add on to that. Okay. Anyone who debates whether a sport is allowed to be called a sport should just get a fucking life.
That's fair enough. Remember the horseback riding debacle on Dutch TikTok?
Shut up.
Where Dutch TikTok kids were like discussing whether or not horseback riding is a real sport or not. And they did that for, I think, about like 3 months uninterruptedly every single day.
No, because you'll have like these football fans that are like, horseback riding is not a real sport because you're sat on a horse. But then it's like, yeah, you're 11 dudes kicking a ball around on a field. And then there will be runners who are like, it's not like a real sport because it's just a game. And then I'm like, yeah, you're just kind of going from one place to the other.
Fast.
Like, it's all fucking bullshit and cool if you're into it. Just shut the fuck up. I'm sorry for swearing on your podcast.
It's okay.
I got really passionate about this.
I'm noticing the heatedness that you're exuding.
Yeah, there we are.
Remember when I said remark before this started?
Yeah, that was weird.
I have only ever read the word remark. Apparently that's how you say it.
Yeah, it's a remark.
I've never heard anyone say it out loud.
Yeah,
so I thought it was
weird.
Just remark.
It's not a remark.
You know.
That's the Dutch elections every 4 years.
That's a niche joke. It's because the minister president's name is Mark, and for some reason he's been in power for like 700 years at this point. There's apparently no like term limit, and it just keeps coming back. Which is weird. Okay, like I'm never ever getting into politics and like what I vote for because I don't want to ostracize people. But it is interesting to me that I've never met anyone who voted for him, ever.
That's because you don't hang out with basic boomers.
Is it just old people?
Yeah,
I've never met anyone, even who was like, I voted for him once. No one! No one.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just. Oh, our legal team wants to say something. You want to talk into the mic?
I just want to say that there was a poll in a Dutch newspaper where they asked people if they knew why Rutte was still president. 60% of people in the Netherlands do not know why he is the prime minister, not the president.
Interesting.
Nice.
That's slightly troubling.
Moving up the list. Fisherman.
Fisherman.
So this one is a little bit more nuanced, right?
Yeah, you're not talking about like boat fishermen, right?
I mean, that's a different
Like
story.
the ones that sweep and kill all the coral reefs?
Yeah, I mean,
we watched 6 hours of nature documentaries the other day, and it kind of just kept going like, this is really beautiful and intricate. We fucked it. This is really beautiful. We broke it. It's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And one of those was like, apparently fishermen, like the large fisher boats, drag their nets across the like ocean floor and just destroy everything?
No, I mean, that is an obvious...
But that's not what you're on about.
That is an obvious fuck them, you know? Like, fish doesn't even taste good. Shut up.
That's not true, but okay.
And I'm also not talking about, like, people who live in rural Canada or something and are like, man, I think we need to catch, like, a big fish to feed our family off of for a month.
Keep going.
Like, fair enough, right? The people I'm talking about is the people in, like... For example, the Netherlands, where they don't even hold the fucking rod. They just put it down next to them.
Like one of those stands.
Go sit next to it and just do fuck all the entire
They're just
day.
watching.
And then they catch a fish, fucking stab
you know
through
what?
the beak. Then they look at it and like, take a picture, bro. And
Put it
they're
on your Tinder. Put it on your Tinder profile.
I hate them.
I'm going to say, I agree with you on this one.
Thanks.
Because I'm convinced that because if you catch a fish, the hook goes through the mouth. So obviously that hurts. I think that's only all right if you're actually like hunting for food. Like if you hunt them and you eat them, fair enough. Because that's where food comes from.
And if you actually need it as well.
Not necessarily. Like I'm like, if you live at the ocean, you just don't want to go to the market and you just want to catch them yourself, cook them yourself, totally fine.
Yeah.
However, if you like jam a hook through a lip of anything, just for the hell of it, I think that at that point your hobby is just torture.
Yeah.
I've never liked that. Like my mom and I have always talked about that. Like, ever since I was like a kid, I was like, I don't like that. It's not cool.
And I also think that the way they sit in their chairs next to the rod is just like horrible.
Yeah, but they do like to day drink though.
Oh yeah. There's always a whole lot of alcohol involved, which. I mean, it's kind of an indicator that if you can't get through doing that without tons of alcohol, you probably shouldn't be doing it, you know?
Apparently they find it very relaxing.
Get another hobby. Honestly.
Like what? I feel like you should suggest, if there's like a fisher person, like a person who likes to fish, suggest them a new hobby.
Go to museums.
I feel like that's not the...
Go to a fish museum.
Fair enough. Because I feel like museums and fishermen aren't exactly, like, the Venn diagram is not super overlapping.
Go for a walk.
Walking is fun.
If you want to sit down.
Go for a sit.
Yeah, I don't know, go for a car ride.
Maybe.
Get an electric car and go for a car
fair
ride.
enough.
Yeah.
I wish I had a car.
Yeah,
this is something I
say.
say. Yeah, fair. I tell this to Jesper. I said that to Jesper like 4 times a day at this point. I really want a car so bad.
Soon, my boy.
It'll be the most powerful car I've ever owned.
I mean, yeah.
Because I've never owned one before.
You never had like toy cars as a child?
Well, yeah. But I never really used them though.
Oh.
I know there was this one car, you could open the side doors, and I really liked that. So I would just like open and close the doors and look at the doors.
Yeah, your autism was really showing.
Yeah. No, I never played with... Did you know that? I never played with toys. I play with rubber bands and clothing pins exclusively.
So you're just kind of like a very dangerous cat.
Dangerous?
Yeah, because I wouldn't let a cat play with like pins.
No, clothing pin, knipers.
Ah, gotcha.
You know the squeezy ones. Yeah.
Thingies.
No, because I would. You know what I would do with them?
No.
I would like close them open and close them like slowly next to my ear, and then rank them on how much I like the sound they made. My favorite one was a larger blue one. I remember that very vividly. That was the best one. Made a great sound. And the rubber bands, I would get like a tub of water and I would throw them in there and I would yell, "They're swimming!" And then I would do that over and over and over again. My mom gave me about 1,200 euros worth of Legos that she had from when she was a kid, like over time. Never used it.
Oh no!
I never liked Legos.
Lego is so cool.
I don't care for, which is funny because my favorite.
You love Minecraft.
My favorite game is Minecraft. Yeah, 100%. I don't care about Legos. Still don't. Like if someone's like, "Oh, awesome Lego build," yeah, impressive. Couldn't do it. Don't care.
No, Lego is cool.
Yeah, I know that most people think it's really cool.
The coolest thing was building something really tall and then finding a way to destroy it creatively. That was kind of my thing.
No, it wasn't your thing actually.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I also like to play with, like the dishwash brushes. And I would go outside with like a tub of water and soap that my mom would give me, and then I would wash the neighborhood. I would just like wash people's fences and wash the floor and wash like lanterns and stuff. I would just wash everything.
You get paid for that?
No.
Child labor?
No, I just thought it was fun. I was like 4 at that time. I just washed everything. Just make sure everything was clean.
Guys, so weird.
That's how I got my first friends, because I didn't know how to make friends when I was little. And my mom was like, whatever your kid likes, brushes and water. So she bought like 7 brushes and like a large tub of water. And all of these kids were like, I also want to wash the neighborhood. And that's also how it started, how I always got everyone to do whatever I want for some reason. Because I kind of got like that's how I got my first friends. They were like my team of cleaners and we would just clean the neighborhood.
Were they cute?
No, not even. No, that's how I got my first friends. They helped me clean the neighborhood.
That is so weird.
I suppose it is, isn't it? I suppose it is.
Yeah.
Bud, Mr. the Rooster, that was his name, but in Dutch.
Yeah.
He really didn't like that, because he didn't like anything. He was old. He was really old.
Is this another person you hate?
I didn't hate him. I just thought he was irritating because he hated chalk. You know those old people, they're like, chalk messes up the sidewalk. Fella, it's one rain away from being gone. Don't complain, yo.
I did used to hate chalk as a kid just because it would leave me with gross hands. It would like stain, and anything that stained my hands was just like the worst thing in the world.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get my germophobia until 13. Yeah. So I was the grossest child of all time.
Great.
I was like, I caught frogs a lot in like my hands and all that. I love frogs. Frogs are awesome. I would kiss them.
Well, yeah, frogs are cool, but...
Yeah, you're just coming over that? Okay, continue.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
I only did it once because someone dared me. They were like, would you kiss a frog? I'm like, absolutely.
Did the frog like it?
I'm not sure. Probably not realistically.
Imagine.
Because I caught it, and I don't think it wanted to be caught. But I would always treat them really well. I would build them little playgrounds in like a tub, and I would release them.
That's cute, I guess.
And there was this one, I'm sorry, this is really important. We called him King Frog because he was for some reason like this big. He was massive. King Frog. Good times.
Yeah, I mean,
we should get back to the topic probably.
People we hate.
We have about 5 minutes before it cuts. Do we want to like stretch it or
Let's
just
fill these 5 minutes up, baby.
All right, okay.
Give me a final...
What if we let our legal department off screen pick one type of person she really dislikes?
So the first
Wait, talking to my microphone.
The first thing I want to say is that the king frog was probably a toad.
It wasn't, no. I know what toads look like. I'm very smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
People I dislike?
Yes. Within the minutes that I mentioned beforehand would be cool.
I think people who take a really long time
to pick someone they don't like?
No, to like, I don't know, like get to...
The point?
What's it called?
God dang it. That was, you know what? That was pretty funny. And also, I must agree. Though, I have a tendency of doing that sometimes because I like to hear myself talk a lot.
Okay,
but...
some fun editing insights into the video. Sometimes I have to like cut out parts that are pretty funny because you do take a very long time to say something that can be said in a few words.
Yeah, I'll be like, I think we did that with the video that we were editing today. I think I said something like, I think I was something along the lines of...
It was about guests. You were like, so today we invited guests.
Instead of like, we had a guest coming over, but he's not coming. I went like, our guest that we have previously planned for this video establishment has recently cancelled and will not be attending. I don't know why I do that. It's just how I speak, but I sometimes need to like make sure to turn that off because otherwise videos get like half an hour long.
My favorite one is still
the cheese.
The cheese one where he tried to say, "We had a lot of cheese and now I'm full." He said, "The cheese that we have consumed in this moment as of today at 10:15 p.m. has satisfied me satisfactorily."
To such a degree that I don't feel like, it was like, it went on. I think it was like a 20-second sentence to say, "I had a lot of cheese and now I'm full."
Yeah, so he just voice over it.
Just, yeah. All right, you know what? You know what I do really like? The kind of people that follow the podcast and let us know what they thought about it. So thank you so much for listening, and we would love to see you next time.
Bye.
All right, see you.